Oh man, look, you cannot see me. I forgot to take this off. Hey, that's how it happens when you go live, man. Things happen when you're excited and you're about to talk about a freaking amazing topic about content creation. The guys, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna bring somebody here. We're gonna work. We are talking and working together. We are gonna work together. We're gonna change a lot of shit here in Houston, guys. And I hope that everybody that is watching, thank you and blessful that you're here in the Push Power to Power show with the boy, the real Jesus Ortiz. And man, I'm just blessed to be here with you guys. Like I just got back from El Paso. A lot of things are going on left and right. I'm sad. I'm me, I'm real. I'm gonna tell you the way it is, the way how I feel, the way things are gonna happen. That's the way you're gonna know me. Any questions when we start talking, I can see the questions in the comments. I'll stop, and if you're referring to me or referring to Miguel, I'm gonna bring him in right now, Miguel Guzman, and let us know, man. We can stop and answer the question. We can go on, or if y'all want to wait to the end, we can do that. It doesn't matter, but we're here to bring you the value that y'all need, man. Man, guys, I'm so freaking excited. Look, we're gonna talk about why is content creation important for your business. Why is content creation important for your business? And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna dive in. Truthfully, we're gonna dive in and tell you the way it is, how we've been doing it, what we've been learning, who we've been watching, how we pivoting just a little, but that's what matters when you pivot just like little bit and nobody else is doing it or somebody else is doing it, but they're not actually putting all the attention in it. That's where you jump in, man. Especially on these times that everybody's worried about recession and everybody's worrying about this. Yeah, it's okay. And it's okay to be worried, but not only to be worried, you got to prepare yourself. You got to be focused on it because this is the time where you already know when things happen like this, guess what happens? This is where more millionaires, multimillionaires, and the people that are already rich, they're growing and scaling more of their business. So why not get a little bit, not a little bit, why not get that pie? Us ourselves that we're already entrepreneurship or business owners will be around with the people that already know that they're already making it, that they made these mistakes and they're making shit happen. Why not be there? Why not surround with them? Right. But hey, let me be quiet and get my boy right here in the house, Mr. Miguel Guzman. Welcome to the Push Power to Power show, man. How you doing today, Mr. Miguel?
Thank you, man. I'm doing wonderful, dude. I'm so excited to be here. I love your energy. I actually really like that intro, man. It was on point.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you, man.
I thought it was really cool because I really love graphics and things. And so I was like, wow, this is really cool. I'm doing good, man. I've been working on different projects with some of my clients, and I've been really excited to be on your podcast. I don't have my prime drink with me right now, prime drink prime, but on
Come
the
on, Logan.
come on, Logan, KSI. But at the end of the day, man, like I'm just blessed to be here and just talk about business and video, what you do, podcasting, and anything that has to do with marketing, because everything, the world is changing. You gotta like adjust to the new demands of like the market, so you gotta like always stay on top of things. So yeah, dude, I'm excited to talk and kind of like just share ideas with you, man.
Oh yeah, isn't it crazy that how everything how it started, with organic and is coming back again. That I love it because there's a lot of people out there, friends of ours and other people that they're fed up of working for somebody and they're like, hey, I'm gonna start my business already. And now they're getting on a part where organic reach is coming back, and that's gonna help them more until it gets back to pay to play. But this right here, this what that we want to give value on there to the people to be like, hey guys, get in the boat. I know that most of them are afraid to do camera. They're most of them are afraid to be on video. Trust me, we both were.
Yes, we were, dude. In the beginning, I remember like trying to take my own videos and things, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm good at this. But honestly, consistency is what really makes you better at everything you do. So the more you do it, the more you make videos of yourself, the more you get comfortable with it. And if people are watching you make those videos, that you don't care anymore, dude, because you know who your audience is and who you're providing all this value to, and so you gotta understand that, right? And so yeah, just you get more comfortable in front of the camera.
Hell yeah. And it's okay, guys. I know that you might not be ready to like go all at it. It's okay. You have this, man. You have this in your palm in your hands. That's it. Don't worry about the freaking mic. Those phones have pretty good mics on them already.
Yeah,
Just start, just like press record and start and just do it. And you don't even have to go live. You can just pre-record yourself and put a day on you and be like Tuesdays at whatever time, whenever your time is on your time, right? And be like, at that time, I'm gonna do 3 or 4 videos. And so I can get better and better and I did it that way, dude. I remember when I had my Android phone and the S6. I said I was in my room and I said, you know what? Let me record myself. And I started recording. I said, hi, my name is Jesus. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. Like after the 10 videos, like I'm saying the same shit.
yeah.
But truly noticing you did 10 videos. Like you got to it. You made something start. You were not afraid of doing it. And I still remember that when I started doing that, I think 2 weeks ahead, then Facebook Live came for us because Facebook Live started going
Yeah.
just for like the LA and the like the Rock and them, and then boom, they did it for us. And I said, fuck it, let me go live. And I went live, dude, and I started talking about motivation or inspiration or talking about something that came from my heart. And I went at it like that. And zero, I didn't have nobody watching. I didn't care. I was like, because I was trying to get that fear that people are gonna talk about me bad because I'm doing this. Are they gonna hate me? So who cares?
Who
Just
cares?
do it.
You just gotta do it, man. Like that's the way I started as well. Like I know now that I had a big production company and like I have a little equipment, and some people are like, "Hey, Miguel, like, what is the best camera for me to buy to start making videos and all these things?" Like I really want to create really good videos because either I want to start my own podcast or I want to start my YouTube channel. And I always tell the people the same thing, right? You have your pocket camera and you can use it, right? Your phone. You can use your phone and start recording yourself to kind of like get used to being in front of a camera, but at the same time being able to be like, hey, you know what? I can just start it, right? Because sometimes it's not about that, quality, but the quantity. Both are definitely important, but in the beginning, at everything you do, what's more important? The quantity, right? How much are you actually being able to produce, and how many videos are you gonna are creating right now? And in the future, once you get better at what you do, then you can start implementing a little bit of more quality in the work you do. Yeah, you start building up, like getting a better microphone, getting a better camera. But nowadays, like the best camera that you have is in your pocket, which is your phone, and you can already start any business right like that, right? I started my video production company literally with my iPhone. One day somebody reached out to me and she was like, hey, I have a little business going on, inflatable business. I want to shoot a video for my company. How did she find out about me? Well, I was posting all these short videos online, these video reels, right even before TikTok and all that stuff. And then she's like, I want to do a video, can you do a video for me? And at the time I was like, it was not even a business, so I was like, okay, sure. I just literally pulled out my iPhone. I created a video for her, short little video. The quality came out okay, was coming from a phone. And she loved that video and she paid me. I was like, wow, like I can make money doing this. And that's when I've noticed like and realized that okay, I actually want to push myself to build this business, grow this brand. And that's like how everything started, just from shooting videos with my phone. And now I have all these production, teams going on. I'm traveling. Well, we can talk a little bit about that later. Just came back from Chicago, doing a video down there for a big brand that's national. And yeah, dude, I love what I do, so it makes me passionate every day to continue doing it.
That's the best of it, dude. When you know what everybody tells you, find your passion or find something you like and go with it. And that's in every way. Either you are a business owner or you're in entrepreneurship or you work for somebody. This is where I learned now that we know it's like, man, if I go had back and knew this and I wanted to go work for somebody, an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, I would have find something that I truly my skill and talent or something that I like and find that company and go with them and build it with them because you got to do something. That's why everybody over here complains. We have friends that they whatever they work, they're always like, oh fuck, it's Monday, I don't want to go to work. But change that. You're not a tree, you can move. We're not telling you to move right now, but
Yeah,
find a way where you're like, where are the companies or where is it that I got to put myself into that I like, that's something that I have the talent. and go look for that. Put your 2 week notice after you find that, and go kill it with that. You become an entrepreneur. Some entrepreneurs are making millions of dollars or months, or making it a month, an extra bonus because they're helping that company grow some sort of way.
Well, the thing is, you like you said, bro, you're like you're not a tree. Like you can do whatever you want right now. Like you can literally like not go to work tomorrow if you want. I'm not suggesting you do that. Like you can literally like you have so much freedom to do as you pleased. But sometimes we live in this like mental slavery of built from the system, like telling us what we should be doing every day. All this propaganda telling us what we should choose to do with our lives. But at the end of the day, it's good to realize and get out of that matrix and say, hey, guess what? I can literally do what I want right now, and I can start today, so I can live a better life. And people need to realize that because it's important just to know that you have that freedom. In other countries in the world, you don't, right? Like some places in the Middle East, there's no freedom of religion. Some places like Cuba, like there's no freedom of like traveling. Like you have to stay there, right? In other places, there's no freedom of speech. You're living in the United States, right? Well, at least we are, and people who are watching, a lot of people might, right? And just other countries who have that freedom to be able to choose to do whatever you want. The downside on that is like sometimes you have too many options that you don't know what to do, but which is like a good problem to have. But once you like kind of like put things into perspective, it's like, dude, there's so many people who do not have the opportunities that I have. So why not take advantage of everything that's going on in the world right now with video production, with video podcasting, with content creation, advertisement, propaganda, like being able to use all the resources to your advantage to be able to be successful in everything you do. So I thought that was a pretty interesting like concept.
Oh yeah, yeah. And as you're speaking on that, when we're talking about content creation, so I know, tell a little bit about what you're doing with helping the people. Like I know, get back to it where you say you went to Chicago. If you don't mind talking a little bit about that, a little bit about how people are getting to know you and what they are looking to you to get from the content creation that you do as a video production company.
Right. So what I do mostly is I do video production for brands, companies, personal brands, and I started doing this like about 3 years ago. I did photography for a long time, and so I feel like that really was kind of like the the pivotal moment where I realized that I want to be the creative type. I love photography. I love capturing things that really catches my eye, and so that's kind of how I started. But yeah, I have a video production company, and I'm actually moving more into a creative agency, right? So I'm not really. I'm still doing a lot of video production, but the other like from the 100%, I do about 80% video production, and the other 20% I'm moving more into the creative agency where I'm hiring people to do things for some of the things that my client want me to do. So yeah, I was just in Chicago this past weekend, and yeah, I have this client who we're building a marketing campaign for them, and it's pretty much kind of like being able to um, kind of like convey the public why their product and services is kind of like the best in their industry, and we're just making like this marketing campaign to be able to like do interviews. We're gonna do we're gonna contact these big influencers. Like we have this lady in Los Angeles. I'm gonna be traveling to LA next month, shooting some like famous influencers and things. And so yeah, pretty much I'm working on these big marketing campaigns for these big companies, and that's what I've been doing lately, bro. I have like so much content and so many clients coming in right now because this is the thing. I feel like COVID accelerated the process of being able for businesses to like create so much content, and so it's literally really big and good for what we do right in our field in our space. So that's kind of what I've been working on lately. But yeah, man, I love what I do. I'm very passionate about. How do people find me? Like, how am I getting like more and more clients? There's many ways of like finding new clients, and I think people always ask me, "How are you getting your clients?" When you start your own business, most of the time, like that's one of the biggest and hardest things to do, like getting in clients in the door, right through the door. And so there's many ways of doing it. Like, of course, there's always going to be that traditional path of like being able to doing it for so long that so many people know you, that what you do. So you build that reputation for yourself. But what's working right now, and you, Jesus, know this more than anybody else, is like being able to push out content, right? So making short video reels, making short content videos, maybe on TikTok, on any social media platform, and just pushing it out there, like through your social media followers and building your brand. Because yes, you're building your business, but at the same time, you're building your brand. Because at the end of the day, no matter what business you're in, like what if you build that brand, you can be in any industry, but people will always look for you for advice because they trust you. You build that trust, you build that audience, and so that's why I'm pushing so much content out there. And people are, like you said, like people are noticing a lot of the things that I'm doing with that, and so they're reaching out to me from an expert perspective of like, how can I help you, and how can you help me to be able to create more content, more demand for the products and services that I sell. So that's kind of how I'm like a lot of clients are coming back to me, and once you do good work, you build good relationships, and they keep coming back.
And you hit that point right there, relationships. And the more you build that relationship, guess what? That people that are your clients, they're gonna refer you.
Mhm.
They're gonna refer you to other people because you're doing great work for them. So now you got somebody already there that they're selling for you. They're talking good about you. That's why I learned everywhere that I go to the events or network events or you name it, I never talk about me. I'm always talking about others. I'm talking about my clients. I'm talking about real estate investors, real estate realtors buying
You're really
houses.
good at that. You're really good at that, like networking and stuff.
And I love that because at the end, I even forget about me, dude. Like I get so freaking excited and energy. Oh yeah, man, they just sold a house, or they learn about this, or have you learned about this? And at the end, when I'm trying to switch and try to talk to somebody else, they're like, "Hey, hold on, you didn't even mention what do you do?" Like you grab that freaking attention
Exactly.
and you
Exactly.
grab that. But I learned that from somebody. Like when I started networking, I still remember this, dude. I would go to networking, and it's like everybody else. When you first go, you don't know you with your business cards,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Damn, there's a lot of people here." And your mind is like, "All of them are your clients." Nope, wrong, zero. You gotta get out with nobody in there. You gotta build that trust in the relationship. And I'm over there giving cars and not actually building a relationship, letting them know who I am, my story, not the whole thing, but things about you, not things about your business, but things about you. They want to know the real things about you. And I didn't do that. And I was like mad and shit. And then to somebody reached out to me and be like, "Hey, can I, give you some pinpoints?" And that's how I learned it. Somebody give me the pinpoints. This is how you do it. Like I call it like a network coach, like I had a network coach at the beginning. And I don't even remember this guy. I think I only met him 2 3 times. Like he told me the way. And he told me that it's even better when you go there and you don't talk about you. And not only at the events, it's even better when you go anywhere you go. You always talk about somebody because you're serving somebody else, and while you serving somebody else, you're pushing somebody else's business. Karma, the good karma is gonna come to you.
I
It might
like
not
that.
come to you today or tomorrow, maybe in a couple of months or years, but it's gonna come back to you because you're doing something good. You're not doing anything bad. You're actually helping another business. You never know that one person that you tell them, and you don't know if they own a construction company or what. You know somebody that can actually sell me all of this shit for, and build it. Yeah, I know the person. I know the owner. How can we hook you up? Boom. And it's like I started learning that way, and I started going and doing it that way. That's how I started building myself. I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about myself and start talking about others. And that's why all of this what we're doing right now, the value we're pushing out there, guys, about the content creation is that you got to start now. The best time for you to start content creation is now. I know it was a long time ago, but for us right now, everybody, even ourselves, is now, because everything is coming back and forward from how we started. Organic reach left is coming back. Why is it good? Because now it's giving up opportunity for the new upcoming business owners, of new coming, entrepreneurs, that they can put out that content. And if you're not good at putting content on video, fine. You're good at writing, then push that out. Make those contents on writing. Put Canva is there for free. All of these websites, create stuff and put it out there into. But truthfully, you gotta teach yourself how to do video, because everything it's video, dude. And you already know, me and you, Guzman, maybe here in 5 years, you already know that everything's gonna stick to video. That people are gonna trust you more on this, on the video of you, of them, your clients seeing you face to face, than calling, Zoom, FaceTime. Hey, boom, calling your client or anything. Hey, what's up? Everything good? You need help? You know how much they're gonna love that? That you don't even know that if you have them as a retainer, and the next month you're like, what the fuck? Why is there an extra $500? And then you call them and they're like, oh, dude, because you gave an extra mile. You helped me more than what you said, and you didn't charge me or tell me, hey man, I helped you with that. Like, you gotta pay me. Those are the things that you gotta tweak. You gotta help, serve, and after that, they're gonna just give you. They're just gonna give it to you, or they're just gonna refer you to their friends that the money's not the problem. They're just gonna help you, and you're just gonna build yourself up there. And this is something that I want people to hear too. As much as they're referring you clients, make sure that life is life. Shit's gonna happen. Out of all of those clients that you have, you might fucking lose all of them and keep one. And it's not your fault. It might be something that it's on them, that they're pivoting in a different way that they're getting into. And I'm saying this because that shit happened to me.
Yeah, yeah,
And I know it happens to everybody. I know how it happened to you. And you're like, what the fuck? What did I do wrong? And this is where you got to learn, guys. Don't put it all on you and stress out. Ask. Ask them, ask your clients, what happened? Did I did something wrong in the video? Did the shirt that I made for you, did I mess up a letter? Anything that you are business, what you are putting out there, ask. Trust me. They gonna tell you the truth. The client is gonna tell you the truth. And most of it is not even bad. Everything is good out of you. It's just that they are in a situation that they either, they have to be more on the business, or they have to do something. The business is growing. So now they have to leave you for a bit, and they might come back to you. And even better, because they come back and you grow. So now they have to pay you more because your value grow.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
You're 100% right, bro. Like you had 100% right. I think anybody who like touching a little bit more on like creating videos for your brand, I think it's very important to be able to like start creating these videos. Like for example, and like doing this podcast, right? Like you can even like do podcasts in your business or in your industry, whatever you have going on. Even as a business owner, you can start creating podcasts and recording those podcasts, and making them like short content styles, so you can actually put them on social media, right? So it's really interesting how you are able to do that. If you don't know how to create more content, that's it. Create, do a few podcasts if you can a week or a month, and start chopping up some of that content to be able to put on your social media, right? Like even like on this podcast, like you can literally crop some videos from the podcast and just post it back on your social media. That's part of creating a brand, and that's why I think it's important. Like whether you have a business or you're just literally working on yourself, you want to start creating your brand. You want to like start being having other people know who you are, what you do, what you care for, why you care, and like being able to like provide as much value as you can, from your past experiences, because that's really going to help you grow with your business. Like, as years go by, one day after creating all this content, people are going to reach out to you for your knowledge, for your value, for your expertise. And so that's where you come in, right? And no matter what, that's why it's so important to always be creating your brand. Like, I love when it comes to like, people might hate the word propaganda. You might have like a weird kind of like bad connotation to it, but I think it's very important to like start thinking about why like it's so important to do that. Like if you have your business, or even in political campaigns, right? Propagandas are like so important, bro. Like being able to learn how like mass psychology works to me is very interesting, and that's why I do what I do. Like I've always loved being able to be like, why, like how can I make each product or service better for my clients? You know what I mean? Like, or how can I like really influence in a good impactful way the masses, right? What can I do to have a positive change, a positive contribution to the masses, to the world? And that's why I think learning a little bit about different things like, sales, propaganda, psychology, how people think, right, is really gonna help if you're really into this space of like being able to do marketing and things. It's gonna help you to really push out more, right? And really, you can bring more value to your clients if you learn a little bit more. And sometimes, if you really want to get into like video production or even video podcast, like sometimes you just have to do it. And believe it or not, bro, if people are looking for jobs, like literally the other day, I went on the Indeed just so I can see what they have, for jobs and things like that. I always love seeing how the market is changing and what kind of jobs are people looking for. And even myself, like I want to hire somebody, a videographer or an editor. I will post it on Indeed or Upwork or things like that, right? So I looked at it and I was like, wow, there's so many new jobs postings on like video production, on video editors, on like content creators, like all these companies are realizing that this like is so important for their business, so they're going out there and really being like wanting to hire all these content creators for their business, for their companies. So if you're like literally right out of like college or high school, or even just want to get in like into a new field or build new skills that are actually in high demand, get into that, get into marketing, get into like learn how to edit videos, right? Learn how to do more marketing, do how to run ads on social media. That those are some of the skills that I think I personally want to keep growing on myself. That I already have a lot of those, but I want to continue growing. But there's skills that are in high demand, and they're not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean?
They're not. And you mentioned something good. Sometimes we want to do so many things and we want to wear all the hats, and that's fine. When you start, we got to wear all the fucking hats. But
Mhm.
there's a point where you start scaling, and there's a point where you got to delegate all the work. And that's where I wish they would, teach that in school. We're like, damn, Guzman, you fucking good at math. Well, fuck, that's your strength. Well,
Yeah.
push that guy or push that girl on their strengths, not their wings, ain't their weaks, their weaklings. They're weak, you
Weaknesses, yeah,
know, and the weaknesses. It's okay to work on some of the weaknesses, but that's where you're like, oh shit, that guy, that weakness that I have, fuck, that's his
oh,
talent.
that's
Let
good.
me fucking hire him or let me hire her. Because with you hiring just one person, guess what? Boom, you're gonna boost up your business automatically because now you got somebody that they're like, fuck, they know that. Now
Yeah,
you get your assistant. Now you got somebody to got your calendar and everything. Now you're just focusing on what you do the best of it. And now
well,
you that's how you start growing your business. That's where I know that's where we at right now.
yeah,
That we're seeing, like I'm already seeing like shit, how can I find other people so I can hire and they become me? So I can be the monitor. I want to be
exactly.
the monitor around because that's what a CEO is the visionary,
Yeah,
is the monitor guy. Who can I put in front of them, who can be in front of the company? I know we might not pay them a lot, but they're gonna understand when you sit down. Hey, this is my vision. I know we're gonna grow. I know we're gonna make a lot of money. I know we're gonna make an impact and give the value to others. Are you on? Are you on it? It's a long term game,
yeah,
and that's people are gonna the interns, like you said, the college students. Some of them are like, oh shit, we want to work.
yeah, yeah.
It's okay. I mean, if you don't pay us now, let me put my value on it. Because as much as you, like I said, you that impact you put, whoever you put on like that piece, and you start growing and you start seeing, damn, we just close to deals.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
because of him or her. Let me
But that's
boom.
also part of like being a business owner. Wouldn't you agree? Being able to like motivate others and paint that vision to be able to grow as a team. And like that's the other thing. Like you said, people want to wear all the hats in the company, but the thing is like you are able to scale once you have a team behind you, right? That's the only way you can scale your business. Now, delegating is really hard, right? Like even for myself, sometimes I hire the wrong people, and that can. But also learning that okay, you made a mistake with this person, right? Like maybe they did learn some stuff. You were able to teach them some stuff, but at the same time they're not the right fit for the business. Then sometimes you just gotta let them go. But being able to delegate is very important. Learning to delegate, and another thing is like being like another thing that I learned is like arbitrage, right? So sometimes there's skills that I don't know that somebody else do know, and I can just hire those people to do some of the things that I can't do or don't know how to do, and have my clients still get the results that they want with the skills from somebody else. You know what I mean? Like let's say I need some, I'm not too good with graphic design, but I have had people ask me for graphic design work as an agency. I'm like, sure, we do them all. I'll always say yes, right, into a lot of the things that we do. And then I'll probably like go to like Upwork or Fiverr, hire somebody who's really good at what they do,
Mm-hmm.
right, and get a percentage off of that. And so that's another way that if you don't know how to edit videos, if you don't know how to do all these things on marketing, like running ads or Facebook ads, sometimes all you have to do is that, right? Maybe learn a little bit about it so you can be like knowledgeable in the
Mm-hmm.
subject, but then from there on, just hire somebody else who can do it for you, and just get paid as a middleman or whatever. And that's what agencies do, bro.
Hell
And
yeah.
charge more, a ton of money.
And that's how we're doing. Like me and Miguel, we give the value. We're gonna start doing master classes. We're gonna talk about all that. I have a meeting with him tomorrow. We're gonna sit down and talk about this. This is what we do. You're putting that value out there that we're not telling you to hire us, but we're teaching you something that you gotta go out there and apply. That I want you're taking this master class, you're writing notes. I want you to take action, execute that day whenever we're done, or we're gonna execute together when we're done. We're gonna make sure that I talked about this, how we work this shit right now. I want you take a piece of content right now and post it today. And not only because we work that day today at the end, that's it. Oh, I'm gonna wait next month. No, you gotta keep on going consistently. It don't even fucking matter if your video sucks or this and that, or you're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to say that. Just say it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say. People want that. People want to see
The
now.
real,
It flipped the real. Yeah, they want to see the real.
the real
Hey,
Jesus Ortiz.
the real Jesus Ortiz. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you a story before we get. I went to an event I said 2 months ago, right? And
Yeah.
it was my first event there about real estate investors, and it was a lot of people there that I didn't even know. That's good. You want to be on a group when people don't know you. And then I met a guy. I went straight to him, right? And I said, shake my hand. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? This is you know me, like, hey, my name is Jesus Ortiz." And he looked at me and he didn't say anything, dude. And in my mind, I was like, man, that's fucked up. I introduced myself. Then later on, I went around. My friend got there. A couple of friends got there that I knew that I do their podcast. And then somebody mentioned, they're like, hey man, there's a plumber here, Jesus Ortiz. I'm like, I'm not a plumber. And the same guy that I said hello, he probably thought that I was like, what the fuck? I'm Jesus Ortiz. And his name was Jesus Ortiz too. He was a plumber.
We
And
have
then my friend comes in, he's like, holy shit, there are two Jesus Ortiz. And I said, nah, hold on. I'm the real Jesus Ortiz. And then he's like, no, I'm the real Jesus. And I told him, hey, you're the real Jesus Ortiz on plumbing, right? I'm the real Jesus Ortiz on podcasting, right? Yeah. Okay, then that sounds better.
yeah. You got your own categories.
That shit was funny though. But at the beginning, I'm like, damn, I presented myself. Why didn't he say anything? But when I said my name and his name was that, he probably was like, the fuck? I
Yeah,
never been in a room, and that's my first time being in a room with somebody had my same name. I
yeah.
never had been like that. Crazy, right?
It's dang, dude. And talking about like networking and stuff, like going to networking and like being that person that nobody really knows, it's good because you get to meet new people. But the thing is, like back in the day, sometimes you had to go through to like so many networking events just to reach a few people, right? Just to reach a few people so they can know who you are. Okay, get this, bro. It was 2 weeks ago. I'm doing some content for this real estate broker, right? Is very like a very big real estate broker in Houston, and this is what happened. I started doing some short video content, some short video reels for them, and bro, literally, bro, within the same day, they got like I don't know, like 40 or 50,000 views on one of the reels that I did. I'm not saying every single reel is gonna be successful, but sometimes you do hit the jackpot for whatever reason. People like it, and so they start watching it, bro. It would take this person probably years going out there and having people like know what they do or what he does versus in one video in one day being able to reach 50,000, like I think it was 40,000 people audience, so that's why I think it's like social media is so powerful, but not just social media. Like, what are the tools and content and tools that are you using, to be able to use the make the best out of like the social media algorithms to your advantage. And that's why I think like creating these short content videos, creating this content is so important for every single business owner out there, especially right now. I would just say start creating content because you never know who might be watching your content, right? These videos never like sleep. They're there 24/7 all the time. You might be on a plane to way to Chicago or like LA or something. Somebody's watching your videos. You're providing value to somebody else, and somebody, I promise you, is going to reach out to you, right? And you can't think about it in a way of like, oh, I want to get something from you. Like you have to be like this person who just wants to give value, just provide all this content, because one day they're gonna see you. Like honestly, bro, this is what happens. The other thing that happened that I thought was really interesting. I started making all this short video content, and then a few couple days later, somebody reached out to me. Hey, they're like, "Hey, Miguel, I'm gonna do a video. I want you to do this video for me." And you've been in my mind lately. Like, who a better person to call than you? And they're like, I've been watching your videos on LinkedIn because I also post some of my videos on LinkedIn. And I was like, oh my god, like you literally are creating this mental market share, right? Where people are thinking about you in a good way. Like always people, you got like people to always be thinking about you, because when they need those services and product services, they will actually, you're going to be the first person that pops out in their heads to be able to offer those services. Even when you go to the grocery store, like propaganda is so important, because when you go to the grocery store, you already have this notion of like pre-decision making of what you're gonna buy. And
Yep.
let's say you don't know which product to buy between these two products. All these commercials, all these ads you watch online, they literally like they show it so many times that when you go and buy this, or like that's what you're thinking about. So that's what I'm doing with my videos, with my business. I want people to think about me in a good way, so they can like always like hire me when they need those video needs.
And you hit a point right there, man, when he said about the market shares. This is where I was mentioning legacy content. And legacy content, it's something that we're doing right now. And your videos that you put, remember how back in the day, even back in the day when black and white pictures, that was legacy. You had the pictures, you saw your grandma, you saw your grandpa, you were getting old, and like these pictures, I'm like, whoa, I never met my grandpa because he died or whatever. That was legacy on the pictures. But guess what? Now we're in the freaking change pivot, that this right here, what it's on the videos, it's legacy, your legacy. Because what? Because my daughter is gonna see my videos, how I started back in 8, 9 years with a phone, and she's like, "Wow, my dad started like this." That's legacy. You're leaving something for
Yeah,
her, and then she can go and tell her friends. And guess what? When she marries and have kids, my videos are still gonna be there. When I die, my
yeah,
videos are gonna still there.
I know that.
So that's legacy that you're leaving. It's not about me and you getting the money. Yeah, we gotta pay our bills, but the important thing is the legacy that you're leaving behind. So now you gotta be happy wherever we are. Like, damn, I have like more than a fucking 20,000 videos out there. So now people that are living in the future, and like, oh
Yeah,
damn, that was Jesus.
yeah,
Damn, I never met him, but look at all the shit he did. Look at
yeah,
all the work he did. Oh, he did work with Guzman. They did this. They went to a mastermind. Did millions, and it's there because he
yeah,
pivot.
yeah.
It's not
I
the
love that.
pictures,
Yeah,
but it's the legacy content that we're living right now. This what we're doing right now is fucking legacy already on the making.
there you go. There you
We
go.
already fucking getting somebody out right now watching us that they're gonna be like, damn, I didn't know about legacy. I didn't know about legacy content. You know how I knew about this? I went to an event and I met a powerful girl. She's a multimillionaire. And then she didn't even do the short form videos, and she's doing these short form videos now.
There
And
you
she
go.
talked and she mentioned that shit, and that shit hit me right there. And I was like,
Legacy.
she's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Like when she mentioned the pictures, and it's like, oh my god, you're right, because these videos are gonna stay forever.
yeah,
Pictures, they're old. The white and those pictures, they're gonna be gone. But this is forever. And this, whatever you do, whatever the fuck ups and shit, it's okay. They're gonna know. Oh, my uncle Jesus, the real Jesus Ortiz. Ah, mira, he call himself the real. Like that to me, dude. That makes me more happy than being like, damn, I just made $20,000. Like this is fucking legacy. This
yeah,
is staying forever. Like that's what I want you to think. That's what I'm gonna talk a lot on the masterclass, and this is what we're gonna talk together more when we do our both together, our masterclass, and whoever we're bringing in, because there's so many other people that we can bring in that we can put a puzzle piece that it can help you on the content creation that you must start now. Like you don't have to, again, you don't have to hire us, but you can do that. But I know there's some of you out there that they're like, I don't got the time. Then that's what we're here for. That's why we're here to help you. And the prices we got, guys, hey, they might be higher. That's why we don't roll this way. And it's not to bash other people, but we win to a lot of shit. Me and Guzman and every business owner is that like either you go to quantity or you go to quality or you go both. That's it. I decided to go on the quality side instead of common quantity, being like, hey, I can have five clients and I'm good. Instead
Well,
of being like 150 clients.
yeah. Well, the thing is this, like sometimes when you start, you do have to do the quantity
Yep.
because that's the only way how you get better,
Yep.
right? You know what I mean? So what I heard this quote that says, "What you lack in skills, you get with numbers, right? Getting numbers what you lack in skills. So the more you do something, the better you get, right? And so the thing is this, like business owners are busy. If they're true business owners who are really doing good in their business, then these business owners are busy, right? That's what I've learned from working with all these like million dollar businesses and things like that, right? They're busy. So as a professional, you got to be able to, hey, you know what? Yes, I charge X amount of money. I might charge a little bit of more money than my competition or than somebody else. But hey, guess what? I understand your business needs. I understand that you're a business owner. So what can I do to help you out to make sure the process is easy, fast, good quality, and good value, right? So I'm able to like pitch this to my clients, and they understand, right? If they're true like business owners who are really like making shit happen or making things happen, then they understand that if you hire somebody, for example, somebody like me, then it's like I'm not hiring you. You're not gonna hire me by the hour, right? You're gonna hire me by the value creation that I'm providing to your business. Like, no, you're not gonna charge me for like 20 hours of work, right? I might charge you like for 40 hours in a quality way, but hey, guess what? It might only take me, I don't know, 10 hours or 5 hours to do. But the thing is that you're not paying me by the hour, you're paying me by my experience. You know what I mean? So for you, if you're a business owner who really got busy, right? You gotta understand that your time and efficiency is more important than anything else, right? So that's another thing that I've learned, like pricing by the hour versus pricing by the quality.
And
It's
you're right.
crucial.
And you're right. Just like we always hear like uh when I don't know where you seen it too, like, hey man, that guy comes and fix the car and he finishes in like 15 minutes and he charged all of this money and the other person is like, damn, why am I gonna pay you this? You finished, but you're not paying that guy for the 15 minutes. You're paying him for the 30 years of experience that he did, and he came in and did it in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
You're paying for that. That's what the mindset switches. Like us, we just didn't start this. We've been doing this shit for a while,
yeah,
and we're still learning and pivoting and learning for different gadgets that are coming out, different gadgets that makes it easier for us or easier for the people that they don't want to hire us. And like, hey, this is the gadget, use it. This is the mic, use it. This is the camera, affordable, use it, take it, and do it. But a lot of people won't do it, just like you said. A lot of people won't. That's when they have to find us and work, and that's where we come in. We're giving that value because we did it for this time, and we go there and do it for an hour, and like we're done. And sometimes I see it too, like damn, I just went to work and did these two podcasts or whatever, 2 hours, and then I got paid more than where fuck when I used to work for 8 hours, and then they take the taxes and this shit. And I'm like, what the? And like you start seeing like the different ways, how it is the square, the if you read that Robert Kiyosaki book, the four squares, how you be a self-employee and a business owner,
yeah,
and you're like, damn, and they didn't teach this in school. And now I'm learning and I'm still not even good at it. I still gotta know what it's this and this. But now your mindset is there. but you like, I'm not gonna go back to that. And like I said, situations happen that you might, but
Yeah,
you already know that you're gonna get back to it and overcome that, and boom, you're gonna boost yourself up because things happen in life.
yeah. Things happening in life, and since things happen in life, like that's why it's so important to always like make sure you're using your time wisely. Like time is like a resource that will not come back, right? So if you're able to pay somebody with years of experiences to do good work for you, no matter what that is, then you should pay for that, right? Because you will save yourself so much time, so much energy, like especially if it's something that is really not within your scope of knowledge or something that you're not really like wanting to learn about. Like why, right? Have somebody else who's really good at it, right? For example, I'm not really that good on like Photoshop and all
Oh yeah,
that like graphic design skills and things like that, right? So, dude, like I remember when I started. Sometimes you just gotta start and do it yourself. Like
yeah.
especially if you don't have the money, you don't have the resources. If you just want to learn, like I was doing this like YouTube thumbnails for some of my clients, and it will take me like hours and hours just to create something that I thought it was good, and then like oh, I was like, okay, well then I found out about Fiverr.com. Literally, I went there for $5. Somebody created a really cool graphics for me for the YouTube thumbnails. It took them, bro, not that long, like an hour, and I just paid them whatever amount. So I was like, it saved me so much time. In
A
that time,
lot.
I can actually a lot. I can actually put this time somewhere else, right, to grow my business. Like, what can you do with your time if you're able to delegate to other people? Like a lot of the times, it's like being able to think about how can I market my business even more. How can I get more clients? Because at the end of the day, you don't get paid if you don't have any clients.
Yeah.
So if you're spending all your time working on these other tedious things or these things that you don't really want to do, then you're not reaching out to new clients. You're not meeting new people. So why not just hire people once you start doing better, even though you're not gonna make as much profit, which eventually it will increase as you do it, but maybe right now at the beginning you're not. So you start doing this so you can start creating things that help your business and help you get more clients in the long run. And that's why I think it's so important for people to understand that being able to learn that you don't need all the profits in the beginning, right? You get some money and pay somebody else to do it. So you can have more time to do more things and get more clients and get paid even more. And that's why I think it's very important, man.
And that's our time that we do to like meetings or scale see what event that is out there, or there's an event that is in Las Vegas or in LA that you're like, hey, I got the time because I did this work, but now I delegated everything, so I know that they're doing their work and they're gonna send it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna worry how can I scale up? Who can I find? Maybe you find somebody in LA in that video summit that like, hey,
Yeah,
we're looking for somebody and they're fucking good at like really good at that set that you're like, damn, they're even better. Like shit, I need that person.
yeah, yeah.
And you get them, and just that person, like we just said a while ago, that's gonna be that piece that is gonna boost you up for maybe three, four clients.
A lot, dude. Like, and sometimes that's why I think, like, you as a business owner, myself as a business owner, we understand how time is so valuable. So, if you're a business owner who's looking like to video production or just like podcast creation or just anything that you do not want to do because it takes a lot of time for you to learn, like, then just hire somebody else to do it. Like, you don't have to do everything yourself, especially as you grow your company even more, right? So that's why I
Mhm.
think it's important to delegate that work and learn that sometimes giving a little bit of your profits to people who are going to help you scale, that's the only way you can build a business that's very scalable and you can take it to the next level.
And then you drink prime. Ah!
And then you bring client to stay at
Hey,
that level.
for our sponsors, ah,
For a sponsor for today, we got Prime in the house by
we got
Logan
prime.
Paul.
Thank you, Logan, for that 12 pack I got over there.
I paid for.
I'll pay for it, man.
Yeah.
They're flying us to UK. We're gonna make a video with it. People are like, what the fuck?
No, this is not sponsored.
It's not sponsored.
If
But
you
see,
don't know,
this
I
is
would love that.
what people like, being like your personality.
Yeah, your personality.
Remember that personality that you have, never change that.
Yeah.
That's you. Who cares if other people, your family, and say like, oh, you gotta change. Why are you acting this way? Why? Oh my God, no, that's you. It's in you, man. God created you that way. You go for it and run with it like that. Don't
Yeah.
change for nobody. If you gotta make a change, it's for you. You gotta make a change on business, on family, on all aspects of life. It's because of you. You gotta sit down and realize and write shit down and be like, man, I'm not doing this right. What do I gotta change? A, B, C, D. Damn. Why this? And I write it. Write it. Have notebooks, man. I got notebooks everywhere, dude. Look, I got a notebook here, back, shit, a lot of notebooks, writing shit down to remember and be like, oh, damn, that's it. That's it. But see, that's where that sometimes we need an assistant because there's so many shit that you do. And you're like, man, there's gonna be a time where you'll be like, I need an assistant. If there is a BA, because now you can hire BAs
Yeah.
and just give them what you know. Hey, you make sure you write this, you make sure you do it, and you pay them. Now you got more time because now you're not worrying about that. They're just gonna tell you, hey, Jesus, remember you got a meeting at 3. Hey, Jesus, you gotta fly from 3 o'clock. Don't forget, because that they're taking care of you. And
Yeah.
it starts that way, man. We start just us, and then after that, you just start scaling. But
That's how it starts, man. Like
but we're in it, like
we're in it. Yeah.
in our in. I want to make sure that people know this that when you start and shit like this, and you don't believe in yourself because we are doing it. We're like in it. Probably yourself and myself. Are like sometimes we don't even believe that we're on this moment at this position right now. That we might not be getting paid a lot right now, but we're living our lives freely. Like Rook, right now we're doing a podcast. It's about to be an hour. We couldn't do this if we were at work. We
Right.
couldn't do this or anything. Or I could not be tomorrow. Hey, Miguel, I can't go to the meeting to meet you because damn, now you create your own time. Like, hey, Miguel, I got to do this, but after this, let's meet, man, and,
You know
and
what,
bring the
bro?
notebook and write.
I remember when the first time I started delegating at my in my business, because initially I wanted to do everything myself, and then I did learn that delegation is important, even though you don't make all the profits for yourself. But I think the moment that changed for me was this. Like one day, I went to Cancun. Right, it was actually last year in November. I went to Cancun to celebrate my mom's birthday. We all went, and I was literally working, right? I was at the beach, but I was also working. I had my laptop with me on certain occasions, but there were times I would just leave my laptop and just leave it at the room and just enjoy. But there was times where I had phone calls. I remember this one phone call. Somebody called me. It was a videographer, right, that is going to be shooting for a video for me, for my business. I was literally in Cancun, bro, talking to the phone with the person who was going to do a video for one of my clients, and I was not going to be there. It was him who was going to be there working, and it just felt so good to be able to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm in Cancun. I'm enjoying my time because I worked very hard for this." And he's going to be the one working. He's going to be the one like putting in the cameras and doing the thing, and I'm over here just kind of like, I don't want to
Guiding you.
like enjoying my time, right? Because I'm delegating, and they're enjoying their time because they're passionate about what they do too. Like you have to hire the right people, of course, and so that to me was like the first like glimpse of that lifestyle that you can have by being able to like delegate, being able to hire the right people, and it made me feel good, right? Of
Mhm.
course, I love my work and I love hustling, so of course, come back and I hustle and I work harder than them. I still do most of the video shoots. I still do, right? But those times where I can still delegate and still be here on this podcast, like as we're speaking, the videos that I've created to promote my brand, somebody's watching them. Somebody's thinking about like hiring me someday, or like they have video coming up. You know what I mean?
I just got a text, dude, just while we're doing the podcast that I gotta give a call because they saw and they want me to do a podcast on a church. As
Oh,
we
wow, there
do
you
a
go.
damn
There you
podcast.
go. There you go.
This is what we're telling you guys. When you put out this content, believe it that it's gonna be a long term, but you might be doing some shit like this, or you might be drinking a coffee with your friend, and then bling, and you're like, holy, how did they? That's what we mean. That they're gonna look for your expertise. They're gonna look for you because we're that generation that there's other people doing this, that they're scaling on another level, that they're getting paid even more, and that we will get to that point. But we're at the point that hey, we can be able to help that middle ground. This is what we charge because of our value of the years, but that's what we do. And
Yeah.
we know who we can help that be like, you feel that energy. You're like, okay, They're putting me like we talk, he's putting me on his stage, he's putting me on people's eyes. Well, I know I gotta work with you. That's different because they're helping you. They want to see you win, and as they want to see you win, well, let me help you, dude. You want videos to create for this? Well, this is the price that I was gonna do. But since you fucking putting me in the stage and I'm gonna get 3 clients, shit, let
Yeah,
me help you because
exactly.
that's common sense, right? Like, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Like, what do you think podcasting is so important nowadays?
Dude, podcast right now, to me, dude, this is just the beginning, dude. Like
Yeah.
when I started and learning, and I don't know if you know what's his name. He's a podcaster too here in Houston. Oh yeah, pues we went to the same fucking
Oh,
este
Osil?
Zio. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I met him, it's like, and I was barely in there. He was already doing more.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
good
damn.
at what he does, bro.
And then I was like, damn. And then I started going to these events with him, and I started talking to him. And then I had my own office where I made my own, you know, uh, little my own studio in City Center. That's how he came to visit me a lot. We talked, and he was like, "Dude, you're doing good. You're doing it different than I am, but this is good because the pie is for everybody." So that's when I started realizing, through the podcast, like, what am I gonna do? Because I use that.
Were you
Uh,
doing like voice podcast or video podcast?
no, it was video podcast.
Okay.
And but while I was there, I was using it as a radio podcast. Like the people that were coming in at the studio, I was interviewing them for an hour, and they were paying me $50, like a radio marketing. They were marketing themselves, coming in like a radio station, boom, in and out. So it was a little bit, but I was building myself. That's how we
Oh,
start.
I like that. I like that.
And then events were, and since I was in City Center, there was a lot of events. I was the only podcast there, so people were like, "What do you do?" "Oh, my office is here." So I would walk them and like, "This is my little studio. This is whenever you want." "Oh yeah, can we do that?" Boom. And it was a rotation. It was like one time payment, but still it was helping me.
Yeah.
And that's where I stayed. I was going in early, and I was staying late, and I was sitting and doing videos there, creating a lot of fucking content. But I was still like, what's my next move? What I gotta do? This is not it. This is a little bit of money. It's not gonna, I'm just living like kind of paycheck to paycheck. I gotta do something, bigger. And then COVID, and well, COVID was already happening when I got that, the studio. And then I decided, it's like I saw somebody talking about live streaming, and I got into it, and it's like, holy shit, why don't I just become like a producer? And I was like, a live streaming show producer. And I just said it, and somebody else was doing it already in somewhere else in the United States. And then I started just promoting myself as a live streaming show producer or producing podcasts for just pre-recorded. But what I really want people to know me is as a live streaming, because I love live streaming, and I learned how to do it, how to live stream with multiple cameras. And not a lot of people are doing that. When you tell people like, "Oh, we're gonna go live with 3 multiple cameras," and they get all excited. Then being like, "Oh, we're gonna pre-record it." No, no, we're fucking going live. We want people to know you. We want people to see the algorithm, people to see you while you're going live, just like on TV, but online podcasting, live shows, all of this consistency, because that's where we are. That's where we move from TV, from a show on TV, from a show online. You create your show online as a podcast, you got so many ways to make money, so many ways to sponsors. Either you put in somebody else here, so somebody's paying you because of their value, or you put in links. So there's so many ways that you can make money in podcasting. And that's how at the beginning I was like, man, I can do this. But I was like, I really don't want to do that. I wanted to be like different I wanted to use my movement, the podcast, differently. And that's when I said, if I become a producer, I don't really have to fucking worry too much. If I do my own podcast, I have my own podcast show. I only have like 43 episodes. I have shit lot more that I haven't even put there, like this one and the ones before. But I don't worry too much about it because I'm a fucking producer. I'm out there making sure that other people produce. I produce their shit, and they're gonna go and make sure they have the content. So whenever I do want to do my own podcast show, and I picked it up more now because I'm doing it more, because I want to give the value. I want to give them what I'm doing. If they want to do the same thing that I'm doing, they can. They can learn. That's why I want to teach those masterclass. Hey, you want to do what I'm doing? You can do it too. But you want to work with me? Then you can work with me. This is my vision. This is my mission. Let's go. Like, this is the little things that how we see things. How you spread out. That's why a lot of people know Ocio, and they're like, man, there's a client that I had. They were like, I was gonna go to Ocio, but I went with you, because Osio's more coaching and more like this, and I'm more of mobile podcaster. See, it's the big difference. I don't do coaching, and people are telling me do coaching and do this, but I'm like, no, I really love going to them. I really like being a mobile podcaster because nobody's doing that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own studio and they go to them, and I'm like, now I switched it. I go to you.
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
spread that. I go to you, but it's a live streaming. So
Yeah.
I started seeing that shit. I went to an event just a while back, and then, they pass around and they ask for your name, and people knew me there before, but when they asked like, oh, so what do you do, and then I switched it because before I wasn't saying this. Oh yeah, man, I'm a live streaming show producer, and you saw the faces. Huh? What? Oh, I need to talk to him. Like, I just saw that shit. Like, you just changed the name and this is a live streaming show producer. I'm like,
Yeah.
and they knew me. They knew that I was doing podcasts, but they never knew that I switched it to a producer. So
Uh,
I saw the change and I was like, you know what? This niche is mine.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, but I just don't want to make it mine. I want to grow it so other people can actually do it and work it, because the pie is for everybody. It's not only half, it's for everybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to teach and grow just like yourself. We're doing the same thing short form. I want to teach others to do this. If we don't want to do it, delegate. Look, shit, there's a lot of delegation over there. Like, there's nothing holding us back to help others, succeed on the same things that we're doing. I never see it as competition. That's what I told you. Shit, I don't see it as a competition, dude. I see it as how we can fucking learn with each other. Because
Yeah.
he's the one that sent me the links when I told him, hey, Ocio, I'm ready to upgrade for mics. I'm ready to upgrade with this. And then I said, I know you know. And he's like, boom. He sent me the links. He sent me the shit that I need, and I bought it the same day
Oh wow.
because we helped each other. Because he knew when I started, I'm like, hey, dude, I only have this, dude. Fuck it, dude. I started the same way.
Mhm.
I didn't have none of this. But and he told me whenever you're ready and you want to scale up to a better mic, or let me know. And then that's when I went to him. Hey, dude, I'm ready for mics. For buy 4 mics. I really want you to buy what is the gadget so I can put the audio so it can sound good. And he said, I got everything, dude. And I helped him because he's in that program with Amazon. So he sent me the links. So I bought all this stuff. So he got paid on an affiliate commission.
Affiliate link. Yeah. Yeah.
So why not? See, I got something that I needed from another podcaster, and he got paid.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And we helped each other. And it's not, and he knows it's not about competition.
Yeah. Exactly.
But other people see that, oh, I gotta be, and it's fine. Because sometimes you do have to put that ego, be like, fuck that, I'm gonna be better than that guy. Oh, but
Yeah.
but just for you to move ahead faster, be like, fuck, I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna outwork him. But in truthfully, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. Because I go lunch with him and we're talking about each other's shit and
Yeah.
how we can grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you always gotta, as a man, you're like, fuck it, but that motivates you.
Yeah.
That gives you that grasp. You're like, fuck it, let me go and do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's right or wrong, even if it doesn't work. I always say we live today for today. If things happen from the good to the worst, it's gonna happen. And always have your mentality. If you have an appointment or somebody that you have that you're gonna close, make sure that I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna close a deal. Like, always be firm about it,
Yeah.
even though it might not happen. But when you go firm and people gonna, when people, you know it, when you sit down with somebody and they see you like, damn, he didn't blink, he's straight, damn, like, you go firm, they don't see the scare, the fear of you, because you know your shit.
Exactly.
I know that because at the beginning, dude, when I used to go to meetings and they catch your fear and they're like, you think I'm gonna hire you? You coming over here and mumbling and scared of what you do? I'm not gonna hire you. But when you go firm, they're like, damn, this motherfucker knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And all of that stuff, I didn't learn it from coaches or mentors. You learn that from you.
Do it. That's
You
your
learn it from yourself. You're like, man, if I want to close more deals, I gotta be firm.
yeah.
Because even if you don't close the deal, you have a follow-up. You can follow up with that person, and that person might be like, hey, I really do need you, but not right now, in a couple of months. Or it can be like, hey, you know what, I can refer you to 2 people that they need you right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's
It's
2
important.
clients.
It's
By you being firm and being trusted and being you.
exactly. Drop the mic.
Oh, hey, no, man, you gotta drink some Prime.
Gotta do some prime. Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
I think it's
But
important, bro.
finish it up, dude. Just
Yeah.
let where they can find you. And like I said, we're gonna work together. Like I said, we're not here to compete, we're here to help you, give you value. like I said, even I know you do it yourself. Sometimes I'm like, there's been clients that I turn down because they truly don't know what I do and they think I'm doing like video production thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not. And I just say, you know what? Don't hire me, dude. Go hire that guy that you told me because he knows what he's doing. I don't want to come in and do some shit that I'm gonna fuck up and you're gonna be mad and we're gonna lose the trust. I've
Yeah,
done that a lot, dude. Because
yeah,
people don't truly know a lot about podcasts and shit like that. They think there's video production. And it's not like that. When you explain them, they're like, oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. Good. At least you told me. Because imagine if I would said yes, and I know the money was gonna be good, but it's something that I don't really know. And like, I want that guy that truly knows get you, man, and stay
yeah,
with you and build that relationship.
yeah,
There's sometimes that ego is gonna beat you because I know there's a lot of us that will happen. They'll be like, "Fuck it, I don't know how to do this," but I'm gonna say yes. But that's not good because when the
yeah.
time comes and there's like it's time for you to do, and they're like, "What is
Perform.
this?"
Yeah, yeah,
And you're like, I don't know. Eh, man, I give me my money back. This is not what I wanted. So
yeah,
I always put everything on the table. Ask them, this is what I do. This is the things that I do, and show them because you already have work. Oh no, this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, then I have somebody that I know that you're looking for this kind of stuff. Oh
yeah,
man, call him. He will do the shit for you, man. He's good at that,
yeah.
and that's the
Sometimes
best
that
thing.
happens. Yeah.
And that's the best thing from heart, because sometimes a lot of us don't want to do that. They're like, fuck that, I'm gonna take it because it's good money. You
And
just
sometimes you
thinking
do
about
that
it.
at the beginning, right? Like
Oh
I
yeah,
get that quote from Richard Branson that says sometimes like even though I don't know how to do something, I always say yes and know how to do it.
no, the same with me.
And and I was like, when I heard that quote when I was a little bit younger, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that, right? And I've learned my lessons. Like sometimes I do like have to show up, and you do have to perform, and that allows you to either grow, like sink or swim, right? You either fail or you win, and that allows you to push you to do more. But the downside on that is like pretty much what you said. Sometimes when you really are against the wall, really have to show in and put in the work, then what are you really doing, right? Are you really performing? Are you really being successful in your task? Or maybe you shouldn't really taking this client, or maybe you shouldn't taking this job, and you're like, oh man, you know what? I shouldn't do that. So now what I do is like, even though I don't know how to do some things, I still say yes, but that's because I know I can make it happen, or it's because I can hire somebody else,
Do
delegate,
it.
and have somebody else make it happen and do it for me. Or, but if I just know maybe the culture is not there, the company culture, or there's just not good energy, good vibe, like yes, of course, the money might be good, and it's like, bing, like
Being, but
give me the money, but it's not that case anymore for me. Like I got a lot of clients. I don't need you as a client. Sometimes in the beginning, you're hustling, you're doing your thing. You have to get all the clients. You have to make the money. You have to do what you have to do. But
yeah,
I'm at a point where I'm like, no, I'm not just gonna take any clients just for the money. I'm gonna take clients because this is what I love to do, and I know I can help you grow your business or perform. And so that's what I do now. Like I don't bullshit, bro. I'm just like, this is what's up. This is what I can help you with. And so if yes, let's continue to work together. If not, I know somebody else, or even if they don't want to pay me for my value, and they're trying to like down pay me and be like, hey, I don't think you're worth this much. Maybe I should pay you like half of what you're actually offering. I'm like, okay, this is not how much I charge, and if you want somebody else who charge cheaper, or I'm not the guy, I'm not the person, and I literally just tell them, hey, I give them some value. I tell them, hey, maybe you should be like. The other day, somebody called me for a video, and they're like, but why do you charge so much after I told them my price? And they were like, it's not that I charge much, it's that this is how much I charge, and I know the value, and I know how much you're going to be getting in return on your investment. And they're like, I don't know, maybe I can just pull out my phone and do it on my own. I'm like, sure, you can do that too. And I was like, I have somebody else that you might be interested in, does work of the quality of work that you're looking for, because it sounds like you're not really wanting to do something as good based on your budget. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe just make sure if you do the video, have good lighting. So I try to provide some value.
yes,
Make sure you do it next to the window. So make sure you
it's like
do
me.
X, Y, and Z. And but yeah, I'm not the right guy. So I like I'll recommend you to go to somebody else. If we work together in the future, that's awesome. But if we don't, I don't need your business, right? I would love it if you're willing to, pay the value I can provide. But if you don't, then that's okay too.
That's true. Very, very true. You
And
hit
to kind of like
on.
end on that note, it's like I'm excited for the mastermind that you have going on that we're gonna be doing together as well in the future,
Hell yeah.
providing all this value to people because the world is changing. And if you're a business owner or wanting to grow your brand, you gotta keep up to date to whatever is going on with the trends. And sometimes you're so busy that you don't even know what's going on. You gotta make sure your business is always staying ahead of your competition. Like even that extra 1% of margin can really reach you more success and stay ahead of your competition. So if you're a business owner who wants to learn more about creating content and creating more, things for your business, videos, podcast, you need to like literally be on this mastermind that Jesus and I are going to be creating in the future, so you can learn what's really going on right now and really stay ahead of everybody else within your industry, within your field, to make sure you always stay ahead of your competitors and have the most success that you can within your business.
Fuck yeah. And we're gonna make this fun also. Dude. When we talk, it's gonna be something that I saw when I went to the mastermind in LA, and I was like, why are we not doing this shit here in Houston? Because I saw that shit. I'm like, it doesn't matter if they're in LA. They just did one in August, and I was gonna go back to the same mastermind, but I had my daughter with me, and that mastermind dude was a fucking amazing dude. Like, it was an all white. Everybody was wearing white, but the value they fucking gave, they had a billionaire, multimillionaires. You got everybody in the fucking thing. Like that's where my mindset went. Like, boom. And then after a while, I mean, I lost that vision of it, and then I was like, I saw that they were doing it again. I was like, we need that shit here, man. If we can create that shit here and help our people from Houston, just like they are,
Oh, there you go.
they're helping their people in LA. Fuck, you already know in LA, people don't
Yeah.
want to live there because taxes. Why are these
Oh,
people still
yeah.
living in LA? I know the weather is fucking amazing, 75 degrees all year round. I fuck, man. I would love to have a house over there. But everybody complains. He's like, everybody complains about this. I'm not. He's like, I'm living here in Beverly Hills. I'm living the fucking life because they're making fucking more money that they don't have to fucking worry about all this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing some shit like that here. In Texas, everybody wants to come here. The taxes, the rates, and all, it's different. It's cheaper. You can buy a bigger house, and we can make that switch here and create a mastermind like that and do that. Man, like I said, fucking legacy content because the content is gonna be there. We'll fucking hire a fucking like what's his name? Gary, to follow us
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
to
Uh,
all that. Like, because you gotta pivot yourself where things are already working, but you're like, let me scale this up a little bit more that they're not doing it here. Because people are gonna see that. Oh my, these motherfuckers are damn, and they're doing this, but you're learning.
yeah.
It's a
When,
valuable thing because it's not only us. Like
yeah.
I said, we're gonna bring other people. We
When
might bring
is
those people from LA because I already made connections with them over there. Like, hey, they're gonna come to this mastermind. They're gonna
hell
come and fucking talk to you guys, and we're fucking renting a fucking million. Like he rented a fucking millionaire house over there. It was
wow.
badass with a pool, and I'm like, dude, and
Man,
the
that gives me the idea of like maybe renting like a big Airbnb, like a big ass house or something.
that's how he did it, dude. He did it again. He rented the same house like he did when I went last year. I don't know if it was last. I think yeah,
Wow.
last year. And I'm like, dude, when I got in there, the fucking door was bigger than that. Damn, I never seen because I never been to a fucking $40 million house. Like
Yeah.
when you go to these houses, you're like, damn. They're like the fucking Lamborghinis and Bentleys there and shit like that. Things that you're like, you can have that shit too.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker's from Mexico. That's why I liked it. Cuando empezó, he was like, sí se puede. He got everybody up in Spanish, dude. And there were gringos and sí se puede. And he's like, that motherfucker's like, if I fucking did it from Mexico and living here and I'm fucking made it, you can too. And that
Wow.
shit inspired me, dude, because I know his story now. I know
Yeah.
everything about him. So
What's his name?
follow him on Instagram, Albert Preciado.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, that I'm like, when I saw him and you follow his story, I'm like, dude, man, he
It's
did,
smart.
and he's a Mexican living in LA, not putting a fucking excuse about taxes.
Yeah.
He's living.
Yeah.
I'm like, and that's the most expensive fucking country, especially right now with everything that is going on. New York and LA is like the most with everything is fucked up, and he's living the fucking life. He's like, I'm not worrying about it. I'm making so much money right now that that's not even in my fucking head.
There you go. There you go.
And I'm like, imagine that shit, dude. Us Hispanic helping the Hispanic community and get that involved and be like making those masterminds that I know it's not gonna be for everybody, but those mastermind, those people that they know that that's gonna be a value.
Yeah.
That is a change. Like, oh motherfucker, they're making this like I said with this big ass Airbnb. People gonna it, they're gonna go because they're gonna see this shit that nobody is.
Let's
Because
do
if
it,
somebody would have been doing it already, we
bro.
would have gone already.
Let's
We
have
would
like
have gone.
an Airbnb like meetup someday. Like once we do this more, it'll be really awesome to have one of these meetups, bro. Like an Airbnb or something. Have a bunch of primes everywhere and just just do it,
Hey,
bro.
dude,
That'd be really cool.
and we will because guess what? That's gonna happen. Fucking Logan and all of this shit gonna see that. Oh, these motherfuckers are using Prime in a mastermind.
There's this guy in Houston, DJ something. He's actually from Houston. He actually gets sponsored by Prime.
Oh, for real?
He's a
Shit.
YouTuber. He's a YouTuber from Houston, and he actually gets sponsored by Prime. I was like,
Dang.
wow, I was like, that's really cool, dude. Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So why not?
Why not? I
So
mean,
one
everything
day,
is possible. It's just that risk, that investment that we gotta jump and do it.
so what day for people who are watching this? It's gonna be the first mastermind or the first.
First we gotta talk me and you tomorrow.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen, guys.
You're
I
having
mean,
one. You're having one though. You, by your on your own.
oh yeah, my masterclass. That's on September the 10th.
Okay, and then
I'm
one.
having my masterclass, guys. It's on September the 10th. It's gonna be on Katie. Um, I'll post this when we're done. I'll post the picture, and
Yeah,
I can only feed 20 people, and I already got 4 people down.
there you go.
So, and I mean, I know you're gonna be there because I want you to speak a little bit too. So, what we're gonna do about it,
Yeah,
and I mean, this is the beginning. Like I said, with me going to that meeting on Tuesday where they're putting me on stage, so I can get those people and come over here too, so they can learn a little bit about that because they need it. He told me the guy today we talked, he's like, these people need the content.
Mhm.
These people need that stuff. But there are not a lot of people going out there and on the radar for that.
Okay, and then after that,
Then
we
we're me and you're gonna do it.
actually do one together.
Yeah, that's gonna be what is it, September, October. So October that can be me and you together, and that we can fit more people. We can find a way another set where we can fit maybe like what 30, 40, 50 people. I mean, and I mean, there's places that
That's gonna be like really cool because people need to know this information. People need to know all this value and how the trends are going, how life and just the world is changing, pivoting to a different way of like marketing. So once they know, like all these business owners or personal brand enthusiasts, like wanting to build your brand, once they learn this information, it's gonna take their business to a whole new level, to the next level, so they can, be more successful in whatever they do.
oh yeah, dude, and the more they grew, we're gonna grow too,
Yeah,
because now we're gonna add more shit on it. We're gonna make it better. Like we said at the beginning, a lot of profit that is gonna come in. We might not even see it.
right,
We
right,
might see a bet that is gonna help us. Oh, we gotta get fucking drinks and shit.
right.
And a little bit like maybe the last percent for us to pay bills for
That's how
our
it is.
bills,
Yeah,
but that's okay because that's how you start.
yeah, yeah.
And later on, it's just gonna go boom, and now all of that shit is just profit, but we're giving value
Let's do it.
to them.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And I'm just excited, dude. That I always had a mentality of doing a master class, but I was like, nah, that's not for me. But then when I did one for free, that I just did it, and when I finished, they were like, hey, you need to do this shit. They were like, you need to do this shit and charge.
Hell yeah, hell
And I
yeah.
was like, what the hell? And then after that, it just kept that on my mindset. And then just when my daughter was here, I was like, dude, I need to do that fucking mastermind now.
Hell yeah.
I need to do that
Do it.
mastermind
I'm
now,
excited
and,
for
and and it's the first one of many because this will create for the not the this is a masterclass. This will create for us to create that mastermind.
that mastermind. Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
and like I said, man, this is gonna be good because to create a mastermind, find that spot Airbnb, find people that we both know connections now that people now they have money that they be like, hey, we don't want you to. charge, just bring us. We'll speak on the mastermind. Give some time, give some value to these people.
Yeah, both. I know we both know these people that can talk and provide more value to more of the people that come to the master classes and stuff, masterminds.
Oh yeah, and like I said, this is gonna be amazing because we're building something that here in Houston, like
Yeah,
we need that
yeah, yeah,
because like I said, if they were doing that shit, like when I went to LA, we would have known and we would have gone already, and we would have been like, fuck yeah, and I haven't seen that shit happen.
yeah, exactly.
It's
I'm
always the same thing, the
Yeah,
same events, or it's in the woodlands and in this and new people, but it's like the same return thing. I was like, man, we gotta fucking change that.
dude, I'm actually working on a film festival in Conroe area
Oh hell yeah.
because they have like a big budget, and I know the right people that is talking to the right people in terms of like who has this big budget for the city of Conroe, and so this is something that not a lot of people, not really a lot of people know, but yeah, I'm creating a film festival. It's gonna be huge, bro. A huge film festival is gonna be in Conroe, and the purpose of that is like to attract more tourism to the Conroe area. So that's kind of like it's gonna be huge. But I'll tell you more about it maybe another day. Either way, dude, I'm really excited that I was in your podcast today. Like I'm excited that we shared a lot of information. Whoever was able to listen to this and is gonna be listening to this in the future. And get some value from it. And hopefully, I'm excited to see everybody who's like attends to this new master class that you're creating, and attends our future master class. So thank you for having me, bro. Like it's been an exciting podcast, bro. Good
No, my
conversation.
honor, dude. I mean, I know we can go on and on just like Joe Rogan, fucking 4 hours. We
Yeah,
already went an hour and 22 minutes, but that's
12
fine.
the time we talked before.
And,
Yeah,
and look at this shit. Like, what's gonna happen before we end this? I'm gonna grab some of this shit and cut it
sure.
the
Yeah,
same way it's done. You can go to my YouTube, grab this whole video and cut it. So
yeah,
you fucking smart. Because I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna add your name. You gotta put it, you gotta have my name. What the fuck we're doing there? Creating content, guys. And
yeah,
that's content together that
yeah.
people are gonna know both of us. Come on, we're just giving you fucking nuggets at the end, man.
Yes, yes. It's gonna
It's
be.
not only about one person. You can add different people, add tag them with your name with that little short form video. Guess what?
Yeah,
Even if he's reaches 5,000, 20,000, mine reaches 3,000 less, they're still gonna know both of us and our
exactly,
expertise.
exactly.
Boom! Drop the mic right
Let's make it happen.
there. Thank you guys, and thank you, Miguel. I'll text you in a bit so we can see us each other. In case that it motherfucking rains a lot, like they said, we can still do it soon. There's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse.
No excuse.
There's
No
no excuse. So if it rains a lot and we cannot meet each other tomorrow, then
good.
we
Like
do it
video.
on Zoom.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, now we hit out to a coffee place or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Get a panini. Get a panini. Ah, I
Sounds
don't
good.
even know why it came to me, baby,
Yeah,
because
well,
I'm
buddy,
getting hungry.
oh, you're hungry.
Right? Yeah, it's because it's how much time, dude? It's
It's not
5:26.
good, man. I better go grab some food too. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. And then we'll talk after the podcast. And everybody who's watching, thank you for watching, and hope you got some value from this today.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Boom. Hey, I know we went an hour and 23 minutes. I hope you like this. I know it's a little bit dark, but hey, I didn't even look. See, that's why I'm raw. I didn't even put the light or anything. And my window's right here to my left, and I had to put the light and close this. I have like 5 lights and create the light movement so the and fix the computer, the camera. But I didn't do it because I just said I'm just gonna put the camera and go live and do this podcast and give you. But we gave a lot of value out here today, so share this podcast, share. We love share. Somebody out there's gonna listen to this what we talked about and they're gonna take action. That's it. And don't forget about my masterclass on September the 10th. Hit me up in the comments. That's only 20 people that I'm putting in there. It's 550, and you're gonna get a lot of value. Legacy content. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that I'm already doing. Miguel's coming in. He's gonna talk a little bit about his stuff because me and him together are gonna make one in October. And then man, there's a lot of things that we got. We just, damn, so many things that I can go on and on. But thank you very much, guys, for being in this podcast today on the Push Power to Power Show. Much love, and I love you. And share this, man. Somebody out there. That's the only thing. We're not putting anything in here. We're not putting money on ads or anything. The only thing we're doing here is that yeah, get this great value and that you share this, that somebody else hears this, and that we might help them. Not only that we might help them, that will help somebody by them seeing this podcast today. Thank you. God bless. Your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz, is out.